Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and if you had told me that I would be doing a second review, 2 consecutive days or whatever, of reviews of books by the same exact author, I'd have probably told you were crazy, but that's exactly what I am doing today. So yesterday I reviewed Talia by Daniel J. Volpe. Today I'm going to be reviewing A Gift of Death by Daniel Volpe, and this is, as you can tell by the cover, this is a vampire novel or novella, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, what this is about, you got kind of like 3 separate stories going on here, okay? So first of all, you have this heavy metal band. You can call them thrash metal, death metal. They're the kind of band that you got a big mosh pit and it's screaming and roaring, and when they sing like that and everything, and it's 2 girls and 1 guy. You got a guitar player, you got a bass player, and you got a drummer. So you got Saren, the guitar player and lead vocalist, or bassist. She's the bassist. Then you got VX, and she is the guitar player, and then you got Arsenic, and Arsenic is the drummer, alright? Now the thing you need to know about these 3 is that Siren and VX are vampires, alright? And these girls, these are not your mommy and daddy's vampires, you know, where with the capes and stuff. Oh no, man. They got these, when they turn or when they get ready to do their vampire shit, which they do a lot of in here, you know, their mouths forming these like these shark-like grins. They got teeth all over the freaking place in their mouth and stuff, and they are just freaking nasty, okay? I mean, the very opening scene, the first girl they kill in the book, it is just, it sets the stage for the type of viciousness that these women, these vampires are. And one thing I like about it is that Daniel Volpe, even though this is a novella, he does give you a little bit of an origin story for Saren and for VX, and who they were in their past, and also how they met Arsenic and how he came to be their drummer, even though he is human. So that is your first storyline going on. Then you got another storyline that kind of corresponds. All 3 storylines correspond with each other, and they come to a nice, satisfying conclusion, okay? All right, so the second one you got is this kid named Cameron, and Cameron is your typical metalhead. He loves heavy metal music. He loves to read. He's an outcast at his school. He gets picked on by the douchebags up above him and stuff, and even gets, you know, hornswoggled or whatever you want to call it by this girl that he likes. So he knows about A Gift of Death. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that A Gift of Death is the name of the band that Siren and VX and Arsenic are in. That is the name of their band. That is how the title for the book came about. Anyway, he knows that A Gift of Death, there's something different about him, and he wants to be like them. So he sets up on his own little quest, you know, because he's living in this horrible situation. Like I say, he's picked on at school. His mother is pretty much a prostitute, bringing all these men into their home and screwing them almost right in front of the kid. I mean, just nasty woman, all right? So that's what he wants. He wants to be like them or die trying is basically the thing, okay? Now let's move on to the third storyline. Third storyline, or the third plot point, or whatever you want to call it, is these 2 brothers. What are their names? Nestor and Cyril, all right? Think Sam and Dean from Supernatural. If Sam and Dean were these 2 drunken brothers or drunken drug taker, whatever brothers that have, one of them's got a very strange fetish and gets turned on sexually by some of the grossest things. There is the one scene in this book, if you've read this book, you'll know what I'm talking about. It will gross you the hell out, okay? Anyway, they get hired by this man who offers them like $200,000 a piece to track down A Gift of Death and kill these two women that he believes are vampires, and he believes they killed his son. All right, so you got these 2 guys, Nestor and Cyril, going after these vampires. In the meantime, you got Cameron heading on his own way towards the vampires, and all comes together in one very satisfying conclusion. As you can tell by the tone of my voice, I love this book. I have not read a vampire. I haven't read a vampire novel in a long damn time, and this was just one I needed to get me kick-started back into wanting to read more vampire novels. It is bloody, it is gory, it is nasty, gross, it is everything you could want from a Daniel J. Volpe novel. It is just absolutely, I don't got to tell you the rating I'm giving this damn book. If you read my Goodreads, you know what my rating is on this, all right? And the thing about this is, and I told Daniel this, I said, this book reminded me of so many other vampire stories. It was reminded me of their vampire things. Like, it reminded me a little bit of Near Dark. It reminded me a little bit of Fright Night. Like I said, it reminded me a little bit of Supernatural. Reminded me a little bit of like Lestat, not necessarily the vampire Lestat, but you remember though that Lestat was in a band and all that. So it reminded me of that. But it never once felt derivative. I never thought I'm sitting there going, oh God, I'm reading the same old shit again. It felt absolutely fresh, and it kept me turning the pages. I wanted more and more of these vampires. And again, like with Talia, these vampires, especially Siren, they are smoking hot vampires, all right? So there you go. Anyway, that is my review, so to speak, of A Gift of Death, and that is by Daniel J. Volpe. Let's see, like I said, this is going to be second time, so this is going to post on Tuesday, because A Gift of Death just posted yesterday, so it's going to be posting Tuesday. And if the way I'm doing these days and stuff confused you, I just confused myself, so sorry about that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Take care and stay scared. Bye-bye.